All right, now let's go ahead and do number 5. I think number 5 is an easy one, and I think you should be able to do it. So you may pause the video and get it done, okay, and see if you can get the right answer. Now, number 54, I mean, sorry, not 54, I mean, number 5, question number 5 right here. What is different compared this question with the other question is that you got to say thank you. Why? Because the constant is already on the right-hand side. Shouldn't you say thank you? Because now you don't have to move numbers around. You have to, you could save one step. So now you can just go straight to divide this number by 2, which is 2, and then add the square. Isn't that lovely? Isn't this lovely? And then you have x plus 2 perfect square, right? And then you have 63 on the right, yeah. So take the square root on both sides. So you have plus or minus square root of 63, yeah. And, ooh, what's 63? 9 times 7. Hey, you can simplify this because there's a 9 in it. So square root of 63 becomes plus or minus 3 root 7. Okay, square root 9 is 3. So the 3 comes out right here. And then you have, so to subtract 2 on both sides. So minus 2 plus or minus 3 root 7. Okay, so yeah, that's your root. So negative 2 plus or minus 3 root 7. Now, since there's nothing simpler you can write, you could leave it like this. Okay, like the earlier examples, like this one, you have a 5 plus or minus 6. I mean, come on, okay? They are just numbers, so we have to simplify this. You cannot just leave it as 5 plus or minus 6. That's just lazy. Okay, all right, so 5, it's easy. Okay, say thank you. Make sure that you have a number on the right-hand side already. Same thing with number 6, the number 3 right here, it's already on the right-hand side, but we do see a little nasty scenario. That is, we've got to factor the 3 on the left-hand side. So what would you have for the x term? Well, that's going to be 1/3. Okay, that's going to be 1/3 because the fact that you will have 3 times 1/3 to give you the 1 over here. Okay. And then you go ahead divide by 3 on both sides. Yeah, so 3 over 3, it's 1. So you have x squared minus 1/3 x. Okay. And yes, it is a fraction. And yes, it will be a little bit uglier, but it's not like 10 times more difficult. We carry out the same process. And we say, all right, cool. Divide this by 2 or times it by 1/2, which is 1/6. So we say, all right, plus 1/6 square on both sides. Okay, so the perfect square that we will have, it's x minus 1/6 perfect square. And then we have 1 plus 1 over 36. Okay, now we're gonna, add the numbers together, and we will have to multiply by 36 over 36. That's what 1 is. So if you add them together, that would be 37 over 36. Okay, it's equal to parentheses x minus 1/6 square. And then you take the square root on both sides. So x minus 1/6 is equal to plus or minus square root of 37 over 36. Now, 37, it's not a number that we can work with, but we do have 36, which is, okay, square root of 36 is 6. So, hey, we have this. All right, and then we're going to add the 1/6 to the other side. So there we go. Okay, so that is our root. Okay, so what I want to expose you to, yes, we see fractions. And yes, fractions may look scary, but please don't be too afraid of fractions. Fractions are something that with time you will be okay. Okay, with time you'll be okay. Next up, we will go ahead and look at the last 2 questions of this page, which is, yeah, you have some numbers in front of x squared. Okay, it's something, but it's doable. So stick around and we will look at the final 2 questions there.